Hey, what's up, everybody? We're here live at City Lights Open Mic Night, and today I'm here with.
Daniel, good to be here.
Yeah, so it's nice to see you here too, Daniel. So, what would you say your overall experience was like here at City Lights Open Mic Night?
Nah, tonight definitely was energetic. The atmosphere was electric, and I feel like the performance really held up to the standard that I know City Lights for. So it was really good to see Jovi, good to see Christ Yute too as the headliners, and they had the place jumping.
Was there any specific moment during the night that stood out to you?
I feel like listening to their testimonies and just the way that like where God found them, especially Christ Youth, the fact that he said that he used to be involved on the streets, he used to be with guns, drugs, women, and like now he's here singing for God. So it's like it's really amazing to see.
And to the people that have never experienced being here at City Lights Open Mic Night, what would you say to get them to come here to the next one?
I would say if you need something to do on a Friday night, come out to City Lights Open Mic, and on top of the performances, the blessings, everything that's here, and they got free food downstairs.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty much incentive. You got dinner, pack your to-go plate on top of the blessings that you're gonna get. So yeah.
All righty, thank you so much.
Thank you for seeing you.
All righty, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you, man. Good job.
Appreciate it, man.
So yeah, I'm just gonna ask you about like overall thoughts about everything, just your experience like performing here, just in general about City Lights. So I'll do like an intro.
It was my second time. The first time was a total surprise. But I enjoyed both moments. Both moments was dope. The crowd was dope. They loved it. I would love to be back. Awesome.
And so performing for your second time, what would you say is something that really stood out to you for this time's performance?
The way the crowd received, I didn't have any intent on like speaking. Normally, I just go straight into it. I feel like that's why God was like, "No, we're gonna change it up."
Yeah.
And I ended up just talking, and I feel like the crowds really received it, and that was different.
Yeah, you really did bring the energy. You really were able to connect with the crowd and really be able to deliver a message, I think, not only with single people today, but really just carrying on as they move forward in life. What would you say is a piece of advice that somebody gave you as you've been going through your journey in Christ to not only develop within yourself, but to also spread out throughout the people?
I would say something that I'm recently learning, right? Which is trusting God and revisiting the past. Even though God is doing a new thing, sometimes you gotta dig into your backpack of memories, find that moment where God brought you through something different. So in moments like this, I'm learning like, okay, I'm an introvert. I like to set things up. And God is shaking that up, like, no, we're gonna do things differently. But I'm learning like, wait, God has done this before, so I'll get through it.
Yeah.
Let me trust it in that process.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your question.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's definitely where I'm at.
Yeah, and to get a quick background about you, what would you say made you want to get into music, and specifically just also worship the Lord and just with your music?
So I got saved in 2017. That's when I gave my life to Christ. Before that, I was just living life in the world. I was heavy into secular music. Definitely dig on rap. Most of my favorite artists were in the secular world. But I always had an affinity for writing, and I produce music now as well. I make beats. So once I got saved, God was like, we're going to take all of this gift that I gave you. We're going to put it right here. So I thought that was dope. Now, before, I didn't know too many Christian artists. So now I'm like learning about this. I'm learning the history of Christian hip hop. But at the time, I'm like, God, there needs to be people that can do this for you as well. So that's why I was motivated to start.
Nice. And then for people that maybe want to come here but haven't experienced City Lights Open Mic Night, both as an attendee and maybe even people that maybe want to have that talent to perform and also really worship the Lord, what would you say to those people who maybe would be interested in coming here in the future?
Well, definitely do come here. Even if you don't participate, it's a vibe. More than a vibe, it's just a moment to really sit in God's presence. So, like, even the way the prayer, I had the jitters. I'm like, God, I don't got nothing prepared, at least like set wise. And that prayer just like calmed me. You know what? Like, this is a safe space. God is here. We just gonna have fun. So that's what I can say.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. I guess lastly, can you tell people who you are and where they could follow you and where they could find your music and just stay connected with you?
My name is Jovi, Jovi. You can find me on all social media platforms, _Jovi Music _. My music is on there as well. Like you can just find me, click the link. I'm on all streaming platforms at Jovi Music. And my new single, Heaven's Party, is out now. Please go stream it.
So check it out.
Check it out, cop it. What else can I say? Music video coming soon. Yeah, we just here to serve the Lord. That's it.
All right, but yeah, it was a pleasure to speak with you, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Man.
See lights.
All right, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll just do like a quick intro, and then you can say who you are, and I can ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
All right. What's up, everybody? We're here at City Lights Open Mic Night, and today I'm here with,
Christ Yute.
and you just had your performance. You're one of the featured headliners for tonight's Open Mic Night. What would you say your overall thoughts were on the performances, the night overall?
How I rate it? Out of 10?
You can do that. Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Nice. And what would you say made it a 10?
When you watch the response, from the people, they command, they go with it, they enjoy, they were energetic with the song itself, how it was. So I call it a 10 because not because just about me, but because of the crowd response, because of how the people were enjoying themselves, praising and worshiping, as the song ministered to them. So that's why I said it.
Yeah, you definitely were able to connect with the crowd, and you just did well with the call and response to be able to really just have that. I feel like that's definitely great. It's not only good for the performance, but people can really take that on and just say, okay, I remember that time. So it definitely makes it stand out. And just getting to learn a little bit more about you. You definitely gave us a little bit more about your testimony, your backstory as your performance. Can you give us a little summary of what you've been going through in life and how you got to where you are today?
Oh, well, then what was going on was that for some reason, I don't know, I just, I'd like, the worldly things. I used to watch the response that I would get from people as I was out there, selling drugs, womanizing, partying. And I was like, I hit that, back, home and try that. But at the end of the day, everybody, giving you that respect, the boss, this, that. But then at the end of the day, I realized that when you come and you end up in Christ, then you get that respect, that you really, really deserve. And you give him the honor because now everyone is, hey, Minister Pong, hey, Pastor Ian, hey, all the different names that they know me, they put a name tag before the name. So it's either pastor, minister, all this there. I feel even better than when I was in the world, So I always thank God that the journey that I had was a journey of I would say sometimes was uncertainties because I could leave my home and don't want to come back. I had instances like that. Like I have a song coming out named The Testimony. It's like the whole life story and the transition from where I was, what I used to do, to how that I came to Christ. So.
Okay. And for people who maybe have never been to City Lights Open Mic Night, what would you say if you could think of one or two words that would summarize your experience overall? What would it be?
I feel City Lights is really welcoming. I'll say why I say that. I came here just one time just to see a friend, and I end up on stage. People don't really normally does that, And then next thing you know, I'm a feature artist on another open mic. And I will encourage anyone to try to see if they can get into this. This is what you call community. You come and the ambience is good. The people is welcoming, loving, Nobody is feeling bigger than nobody. Everybody come down to one level. So that is what I like about it. When you walk in and see the light, it reminds me something like a guy said there before, like our church. I attended to Church City, USA, right? That's with Pastor Richard Righteous. And, it's the same thing, small, but it have an effect when you come in. And it could always encourage somebody, people, because of this, it have people that could be saved too. That come maybe with a friend and end up being saved.
Okay, and then lastly, where can people follow you and support you as you continue along your journey?
Okay, you can follow me on all the Spotify, YouTube. I have Instagram is Christ_Yute. So once you go up on it, you look for Christ Yute, and you're gonna see it. And I'm coming out just now with an EP with a few songs called I was naming it But my Jesus brought me out. Because my testimony is that Jesus brought me out the testimony, so I named the EP Jesus brought me out.
But it was nice speaking to you. I definitely enjoyed your performance. I'm looking forward to seeing you as your journey continues.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I enjoy being here.
Thank you. All right, so we just finished a couple of interviews. We talked to an attendee. We talked to an artist that performed here, one of the featured artists. So it's been just a very good experience being here at City Lights Open Mic Night, having the opportunity to really just experience firsthand just this whole experience. It's been very good.